Bender Don addresses DDG.
This little that happened yesterday. It wasn't even nothing.
You and DDG.
Mama, you need to get out of focus.
Sitting in your seat.
Yes, mama. Real player, we keep real smooth.
Wait, what happened?
I'm not.
What happened, Chad? Carizzi? What up, boy?
With that fool. I'm telling you, gang, just get up. Like, I'm the type of fool, if I respect you and you my man's fool.
Wait, what happened?
Off rip. If I'm sitting in your seat, gang, and you even tell me, it ain't even no question. Not like I don't have an ego big enough to be like, I ain't getting up unless you add me correctly. Or blah, blah. I don't do that, gang. You my man, okay, my bad. I'm gonna go get another seat. Didn't happen.
It's mad Lord behind, bro. I can't keep up, man.
Fool, let's go.
Like, DDG is the reason, like I said, I gave a very surface level
He cut his hair?
answer. You feel me?
When did he cut his hair, Chad?
You said what? Let me not read the comments, bro. I thought we were homies, but we were not homies. We're homies. It just be like, oh, it's cool.
2-hour reaction? Oh my God.
Like, we can come back from that. That's like your girl cheat on you various times, and you like, yeah, we keep getting back together.
Video before this.
My fault. I ain't gonna lie, that embarrassment. Like, you very successful shit, bro. Like, you gotta, Daryl, you gotta calm. I move like.
Get that sympathy. All this is about getting sympathy. That's all he wants. He trying to get him some sympathy. That's why he keeps saying.
But like, what's going on, bro? I don't got the post. You gotta send it to me.
I brought it up to God. I did this and that. We all prayed.
Yeah.
We all
elevate my mind a lot and just change my perspective in life. A lot of us that do this on our own never gang. That's why like, God, what?
No idea.
He says nothing.
Bro, can somebody give me the summary, man? Can somebody give me the summary, bro? These videos is 2 hours long, gang. Like 2 hours and 36 minutes long, gang. Can somebody give me the what they call it, TLDR?
Even that group, like it's not a real down. Like,
honest with you, for every AMP and Beta Squad that's out there, there's a failed group that had a couple of months of success, had a bunch of turmoil behind the scenes, whether it was about money, women, drugs, whatever the case may be, and they fell off just as quick as they started. Which brings me to the Capaholics. People have been talking about how collaboration and streaming is something that is going to propel a bunch of people forward, so it naturally made sense for a new streaming group to prop up. That is the group that DDG started, featuring likes of Jay Cinco, his brother Dub, and Deshae Freaky Frost.
Nigga, at least Omar made a 14-minute video, my nigga. This is 2 hours and 30 minutes is crazy. Gersh with the Big 5 gifted.
Yeah.
Clap. Like, I'm the only one that clap.
Come on now. Let's get it.
Now, I want to make something very clear. I'm going to go into group content a little bit later into this video, but I just want people to know that you cannot throw groups together. I understand that it can be very lucrative having somebody else to bounce content ideas off of 24/7, 365, and that is the service level. But there's something called team building that goes into this, and this is why other groups have failed in the past. You can't just slap a bunch of content creators together or a bunch of guys you think is funny together in order to make some sort of group. There's dynamics and energies, and there's a bunch of behind the scenes stuff that have to do with people's personalities that have to come into play. And we know that there can be some strong personalities when we're dealing with DDG, Dub, Deshae Frost, and Jay Cinco. So off rip, I was skeptical as now. If I had to do a hierarchy of who is in this group, I would say
I ain't think it was not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I had spoke. Oh, I'm not gonna. I just felt like it was a lot of people, but I ain't think it was gonna not work though.
it's DDG up here, and then Jay Cinco falling somewhere short, but definitely second in this group when it comes to who is the most poppin'est, littest streamer. So it was very interesting that a lot of people saw him in the trailer, but didn't see him in the opening of the whole subathon, streamathon, new group introduction. So naturally, a lot of people have questions, and DDG came quickly and confirmed that he was not in it. Who you see today is who is in this group.
I understand, bro. I don't get it. But I'm going to address the elephant in the room, y'all, because nobody else is. Whoever y'all see in this group is in this group. Whoever y'all see today is in this group. Things can be further explained later on, but for right now, that's just what it is.
They literally announced the group on like the 29th of September. On the 30th of September, they got together. And then on the 1st of October, they were already broken up. I think it's the most amazing thing in the world. Now, there are some other groups that we should probably cover on this.
Go back.
It's broken. September on the 3rd.
That's just what it is.
They literally announced the group on like the 29th of September. On the 30th of September, they got together. And then on the 1st of October, they were already broken up. I think it's...
I ain't that might be a new record. No troll shit. No troll shit. That might be a new record. I ain't gonna lie.
It's the most amazing thing in the world. Now, there are some other groups that we should probably cover on this channel that are seemingly having a falling apart. You know,
but you know what? I will say this though. It's better. It's gonna sound crazy, but it might be better for that to happen now than for it to happen later. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might as well get over the bullshit early. Nigga. Like, all right, bet. Like, all right, bet. So that way it's like, okay, later, they don't happen.
we've addressed Max leaving FaZe, and then there's some speculation
When the
about
merch drop in
Rage also
October,
not being in
confirmed.
FaZe
Oh,
anymore
this month,
because it's not
confirmed.
there for the subathon. But the difference is that your Rage and Max, for what it's worth, have been a part of FaZe and other groups for a long time. I don't think I've ever seen a group be started and instantly fractured a day after its creation, especially by the second biggest member. Usually when people leave the group, it's from the members that really don't matter. You know, the Mopies of the world. My bad. But it became very clear very fast that they were distancing themselves from any affiliate. Usually fractured a day. I don't think I've ever seen, especially by the second biggest member. Usually when people leave the group, it's from the members that really don't matter. You know, the Mopies of the world. My bad. But it became very clear very fast that they were distancing themselves from any affiliation that they had with Jay Cinco a day into the group project. Now, y'all should know my slogan by now. This is why I love the internet, because we're not going to go too far into any sort of time period without getting a response. Everybody exists here. They're going to have to fess up as to what happened. And Jay Cinco opens up some interesting conversations about DDG, about Dub, about Deshae, and about group projects as a whole. You know, group content.
I'm just speaking as a group. That's not a real friend group, bro. That's not a real friend group. Like, our friend group was always based off of the ranks of popularity. Like, last year I was at the bottom of the rank. If I put up to the club late, nigga tell me over. Like, you can't even get in the club. Like, I'm not coming out to get you. You gotta call like T.O. or somebody. You feel me? Like, that's the only way to get somewhere. Like, you know, and that's just a representation of the dynamic of the friend group. You know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody that's a real in this, that really stand on certain shit, that really show love, and they got over a couple times and still remain the same guy. I done got fucked over in relationships and I'm still the same. Nigga told me I shouldn't ask my girl out with a bag and all that. Man, I don't give a what I go through. I'm still the same. You can't let certain shit change you, bro. You know, of course you can move a little different and all that, but don't let that shit change who you is, bro. If that's who you is, that's who you is, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you a solid nigga, don't let no money change you, nigga. That money, you say that money, nigga. That's selling your soul. Say that money, nigga.
Boy, those are some heavy allegations. I think this is where my unique perspective can come into play here.
Yeah.
I remember the inception of AMP, not necessarily as just a fan of the content group, but also as somebody who worked behind the scenes with them. And these were guys who had known each other for quite a while at that point. I think dating back to like the 2K16 days, 2K15 days. They were playing online with each other, you know, getting to know each other offline, meeting up IRL and making content together, having fun, you know, kind of growing as young men in the industry together. This is when there wasn't a bunch of money tied to this industry. It was just a bunch of guys who were passionate about making content, coming together and creating said content. Now, if you fast forward to 2025, the word is out and there is money to be made, but that doesn't mean that you can just shoehorn people together that don't have real relationships or connections in order to make content. Yeah, I think some of these people have one similar link, which might be DDG in the matter, but ultimately fixing a bunch of people in order to make money and strike hot in this content game is not going to yield you long-lasting results, especially because of the personality differences. With the foundation of this group being based off of money, that is always going to be the crux of any decision that they make. Who gets the most screen time? Who gets into the club first? Who gets the biggest piece of chicken? It's always going to be around who has the most fame and who has the most success. And
look, it's very simple, bro. It's very simple, man. All you have to do is, I feel like I can make 40 more of these bitches. It's really easy. So first of all you need to do is make sure that every single person is on the same page. You need to make sure they're on the same page. If they're not on the same page, it will never work. It won't work. It literally won't work. No matter how bad you want to work, it won't work. Because the minute that y'all are not on the same page, that's when shit goes left. That's when it goes left instantly. Boom. And you can't stop that. So you gotta make sure y'all on the same page. That's number one. Number two is like every person has to want to do it. Like I thought that would be like a given, but like niggas gotta want to do it. That's two. And if I had to have a 3, I would say definitely same page. Definitely have to want to do it. And it has to be that one. I always say that a lot. Like when people ask me like behind the scenes and shit, like, yo, what makes it work? And it's you gotta have a 1. Somebody gotta run a playmaker. Somebody gotta do it. But people confuse when I say the 1. Everyone is equal. Everyone is not equal. Like everyone, it never will be equal. That's another one. The expectation that it will be equal is the problem, because everybody's not gonna carry their weight the same. It's natural. Everybody won't carry their weight the same, and you have to just be like, I bet. Like that's normal. Like niggas is not the same. People people are just not the same. Like you need to remove that from your brain. You need to remove that. There needs to be a playmaker. There needs to be the one who and usually this one. This is the person that, unfortunately, you will catch L's in a way, but it's only temporarily. It's for a long-term W, hopefully. That's what you're investing on, right? It's like eventually it'll be a W. So, and don't confuse what the 1 is. The 1 doesn't mean the most famous nigga. The 1 just means who's going to run the playmaker. Who's going to be the one that's doing the most, being up late, trying to make sure people doing this, trying to make sure, and not about it, gang. Just, you feel me? And you human. If you gonna complain, nigga. But
damn, son.
You know what I'm saying? It gotta be the 1. If it's 2, even better. If it's 3, even better. But it's never gonna be all of y'all, gang. It's never gonna be all of y'all. Word of my mother, gang. So find the 1. Whoever that 1 gonna be, run the play, gang. And shut the f up. Cardboard like a horse, gang. And keep going straight, gang. You feel me? Thank you for the big 5. Thank you for the big 5.
Who has the most motion at the moment? That means somebody can dictate these things and order these steps. This is why it doesn't surprise me that Jay Cinco ultimately reveals that, this ain't no real friendship. This is just a hierarchy. This is just a money ploy. This is just a game.
Yeah, I want to start off by saying Cinco is lying.
I'm lying. Hey, show the message. Hey, that's why I leave it at that. Show the message. I ain't gotta say nothing else, gang. You wanna prove it to me? Show the message.
I don't be getting when niggas be like, you think you bigger than the program. What exactly is the program, though? I haven't figured that out yet. I'm gonna have to do some research.
I don't mind responding to Cinco because, at one point, me and Cinco was homies. So if this gonna help him financially, I'm cool with that. You feel me? I don't have a problem with that. I never start. Everybody always start with me, and then all of a sudden, I'm the bully. I'm the mean guy when I keep it going. Oh, you doing too much. Oh, be the bigger person, this and that. Well, I never started it with nobody. Everybody always start with me. I do not take Cinco serious. You just trying to get some money.
Like to say a drive, like to make fun of a whip and discredit the success I made you and all that hurt, cause like if a nigga said all that to y'all, bro, and this is just the service level, this ain't even the messages. But if a nigga would have treated y'all how they treated me getting in that group chat game, like you would have left that shit too. You wouldn't have stepped a foot in that shit. You would have been like, man, I'm gonna show you. I don't know how, nigga, but I'm gonna show you. And even if it don't amount to greater than other, I'm good for myself. And I forgive niggas, not for them, but for me, so I can walk around at peace and walk around and enjoy my accomplishments. Various times I try to leave our group chat, you know what I'm saying, and defuse the situation, but like I said, it felt like he was the program. He ran the program. You know what I'm saying? So a nigga kept adding me back and just turning a nigga down, like coming at in real disrespectful ways, talking to a like a friend would never talk to. Then like
now, before we go into a real deep dive, I do want to remind everybody that this is DDG. This is the guy who was talking about starting internet drama and internet beef for clicks, likes, and views. That was his whole gimmick and shtick at Streamer University, is that you want to create some sort of drama for the sake of engagement, for the sake of getting views up, for the sake of doing all these different things. And for the most part, that stuff is reigned true. We see how he's dealt with Reggie over the past couple of months, so I could see him playing into that. It also plays out in DDG changing his Twitter bio to the program and saying that he is the program as opposed to being bigger than the program. And it also doesn't help that the reactions of the other members of the group aren't necessarily the best. Like they're kind of playing with it a little bit too.
This needs Batman.
Yo, sleep on DDG, bro. DDG is that ass funny, gang. DDG is so funny, bro. But he just be doing too much fraud shit, so they got him in a box. Bro, DDG is that funny, gang.
Cinco, DDG.
Call Batman ASAP.
Yo.
Hey, bro, they think it's a script. It's not a script.
I wasn't gonna say it was a script because it's not my business. But I mean, if you said it's not, yeah, this shit real. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, I'm finna
my
go
food
live.
here,
But
take my
I ain't
food,
gonna
chat.
talk about it today. I'm just gonna enjoy this fight.
If it was a script and I wanted people to believe that it wasn't a script, the first thing I would say is this is real. Like, I don't know, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice. Let's continue on the video.
My main thing with this whole group is I want to get to a point where we can be looked at like a AMP or looked at like a phase where, you know, we getting brand deals and we like, you know what I'm saying, we really building some shit that's substantial. That's why when we dropped the trailer, it said October 1st to forever. And I know, I feel like maybe it would have been more transparent if we would have did a trailer in the actual house rather than doing it in a Airbnb. And I kind of feel like we kind of sold y'all a dream, but at the same time, it's more so about, you know, just it's not about the house, it's about the creator. That's what I'm trying to say.
Was the only room available to do this the bathroom or what? The difference between what DDG is doing and what other groups have done in the past is that other groups were composed of content creators who have already had high levels of success. 2Hype had Cash, LSK, Jesser, who all had about 1 million before getting into the game. Same thing with AMP. Their collective people had almost 1 million subscribers before they got into the space as well. Look at the FaZe Clan. All of them were successful streamers who were averaging at least over like 5,000 per stream before they got into FaZe or whatever number. But when I look at DDG's group, it's just that. It's DDG's group, especially with the
bro. But you gotta give a f about content, my heart. That's all it is, for real, for real. I don't even think the numbers really matter that much, my nigga. Like, it got something to play with, but motherfucker care about that content for real. Gang, like, it's like, how the f do I say this? Like, you just gotta give a f. Like, you gotta be obsessed with this, bro. But that's what everything, though. Like, a nigga that play basketball 5 times a week, you feel me, for 2 hours is not really gonna beat the nigga that play basketball 7 times a week, 3 times a day. The other nigga more obsessed. Now, of course, there's gonna be an anomaly. A sliver of chance that there's one athletically gifted dude. But if we talking about the same body type, same everything, the guy that's more obsessed is gonna win. So you have to be the people you put around you for this type of shit, they gotta be obsessed, bro. They gotta want it. They gotta think about it. They gotta think about it when they sleeping. They gotta wake up and that's the first thing they do. Like, you know how many times, bro, my mom popped on me? Like, she hit me up today. Like, I woke up. You know, my mom don't know I'm doing the GTA 4 marathon and shit. So she woke up, she write me, hold on, child, you know I'm seasoning the, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So she hit me up and she like, yo, what's going on? You know, mommy she don't speak like, she don't watch the English content game. So she don't know what's going on. And I'm just so deep in, I'm so locked in, I'm always trying to do something. You feel me? Like, it getting away with me and my mom relationship, nigga. Like, that's how deep it, nigga. Sometimes I spend 3 weeks, nigga, and I don't hear my mom's voice. I text, though. I definitely text her and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But, bro, I be just, like, sometimes I gotta catch myself. That's how obsessed, you gotta be so obsessed, it's unhealthy, nigga. Like, that's how obsessed you gotta be, nigga. I'm gonna just be honest with you. That's how deep in you gotta be. Imagine you that deep in, and it's 5, 6, 7, 8 other as that level of deep in. Gang, there's no way y'all fail. It's just no way y'all fail. We think about this shit all the time. We don't stop think about it, yeah? Like, we fiend out behind it, nigga. That's how bad it is, nigga. It's like a crack. Like, I want to win so bad. That's how it be, yeah? You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's it cut with the big 5? What's good with the big 5, chat?
Traction of Jay Cinco, nobody in this group is pulling over 1,000 concurrent viewers. So they're going to have the identity of being DDG's group. It almost feels like a record label, something where there's this main artist over it and they have a bunch of artists below them. And the bigger artist is just using the smaller acts in order to get their music off, but not really like a group venture or endeavor. And what I can also say from the clips that we are looking at, these guys seem to barely be friends. So once you start mixing business practices with people that are
You're right, but what I gotta do with the video? My heart, you like comprehension skills. It's like, if you're really deep in about this shit for real, the chances of shit going left don't really happen, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. But We have to keep watching the video game because I don't know the whole lore again.
Are barely friends, it never is going to turn out well. It's always going to turn out to it's going to expose the bad things that already existed in the friendship, on top of the business matters that aren't going well either.
When the bottles came out, we said Capaholics. So we all was a friend group.
Damn,
but the only thing between our friend group is that some people was cooler than other people, then some others was cooler than other, and then we all combined. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is friends. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, T.O. might hang out with Derek and Cinco more. You get what I'm saying? I hang around Derek and Deshae. Me and my brother hang with Rich more. Kelly and my brother hang around more.
So y'all aren't
You get
friends.
what I'm saying? But we all were friends. We all in a sense, like we all in one. Like this is my birthday. Every birthday we pop out for each other. But I feel like when it like. You know what I'm saying? Once you mix business with stuff, bro, it always go bad.
Dub just broke it down for us. They were barely friends from the jump. It seemed like, you know, different pockets of people who had different connections, you know, a total of 9 of them, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. And they had some sort of, you know, degree of separation between the larger group, and they kind of just mixed together or whatever. But then they started to put business on top of it, saying that, hey, I need people to give me stream ideas, stream content, or whatever the case may be. And that's how they decided to form a group. But it wasn't like they had true chemistry or whatever. They just popped bottles in the club together. And now they're about to see what happens when this friendship becomes a
I agree with that, low key. That 3 pocket that they just broke down, ass. Like, I'm not saying it can't work out though, but you're working against yourself. I ain't gonna lie. You're making it harder. Like, it becomes harder, but it's not impossible. And then, like, back to what I was saying earlier, like, for example, like, I don't know everything and shit, feel me? Like, no, T.O. is dumb funny. To me, I mean, I don't know if niggas think he funny or not, but, like, nigga, to me, I think he funny. When I see him at the Mafia and shit. I've listened to him before, but I don't think he streamed like that. But he just started streaming because of the Capaholics shit. So you never know where that shit can take you. Like, you can't, like, deny the door. It's just like, you got to keep in mind, like, if niggas really going to grind for real. But so far, I've been seeing this live. I follow them on Twitch and all that. So I'm definitely in tune with, like, seeing this shit. I just don't know what the fuck going on with this shit right here. You know what I mean? 8 years? What? Jay, shut up, nigga.
Group that is a business, and the business that is being made is content. It's relying on people actually being together and being in front of each other and literally doing stuff with each other no matter what is going on.
Little Max told me it's a group now. So when y'all get into it, just know that y'all are a business. No, at first y'all was just a friend group. When it's business, when 2 disagree or 3 niggas or 4 disagree on something, you're not stopping, oh, I'm just not gonna reply to this in the group chat no more, or if we go to the club or if we go out to eat, I'm just not gonna go because I don't like them. Now it's like, oh, I'm not doing content. I'm not doing business with this person.
I didn't give my predictions when this thing first came out, but I see it failing. Like, I actually do. And I know that that sounds very harsh, and I don't want to see black men's endeavors fail, but I think one of the hardest things to do in content creation is start a group. Nobody's ever going to be on the same page about the message and the agenda. There's actually struggles behind the scenes that a lot of these groups do not talk about. And ultimately, what comes before the friendship is the business. It's a very hard balance to keep up, and a lot of people fail at doing that balance. Trust me, I've been behind the scenes of those long nights, those long fights, those I want to punch you moments, but ultimately we have to get on screen together. I know a lot of those OG AMP fans know about those days early, before Kai came and before Chris came on.
But like we on the same page.
Damn, son.
Actually, no, he's right. Cap on me, boys. He right. Because early,
son,
I had to bust a maneuver my heart. I ain't gonna lie. I had to bust a fucking maneuver. I said, hold on, gang. Not seeing the vision. Like, I had the vision, but they wasn't fully seeing it all the way through. I had to bust a maneuver. The maneuver we bust, and let the good energy, and then the rest is history, my heart.
camera. But if we have people with these types of attitudes and egos, it was never gonna work regardless. So honestly, this was another wasted group like DDG's previous group. Man.
Even that group, like.
But what y'all thought, chat? I ate it for the cheese. It was kind of mid though, but it was good though. But it was kind of mid. What y'all thoughts, chat? What y'all thoughts? I still don't understand the beef though. But should it be right though? Like I feel like it's bro. All this shit is resolvable. Well, I don't know the back end, bro, but most shit is resolvable. Like it's like having a real convo like your game. You know?